I want to now rank the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL draft. I'll put them in order from best to worst. So the number 1 quarterback in the 2020 NFL draft is Joe Burrow. He should be the number 1 overall pick. He works his butt off. He's great at identifying coverages. He has great footwork. He's super accurate. He loves man coverage. He can literally throw guys open. He's got a ton of back shoulder throws and great ball location. Joe Burrow is great at improvisation. He's so good at extending plays and throwing the ball downfield. And to top it all off, Joe Burrow's got poise and moxie. He plays his best football in the biggest moments. I love it. I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. Now, the number 2 quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa. Both Joe Burrow and Tua are franchise quarterbacks. They're the 2 best quarterbacks available. Joe Burrow is the clear number 1. There's a difference and a gap between Joe Burrow and Tua. Then there's Tua Tagovailoa, the clear number 2. Then there's a gap between Tua and everybody else. Now, the difference between Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa is that Joe Burrow has more creative solutions than Tua does. Joe Burrow is next level with ball location and with throwing guys open. And he's better at extending plays. He's better at improvisation and keeping a play alive and creating a throw downfield when extending the play. So again, Joe Burrow is a clear number 1. Tua is a clear number 2, but then there's a bunch of people after Tua. Tua is great, man. Tua is great at reading defenses. He's got a ton of throws into tight windows. Both quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Tua, regularly throw to their 3rd and their 4th read with ease, and they're comfortable working through progressions. And film aside, Joe Burrow worked crazy hard to get where he is. He won a Heisman Trophy, won a national championship. He'll likely be the number 1 overall pick. He has the record for touchdown passes in a single season. Probably had the best season ever by a college quarterback ever. The question about Joe Burrow is, can he keep it up? How hungry is he for more success? Will he keep working at that crazy intense level he did to get to where he is now? Now with Tua has faced a ton of adversity in the last couple months. He got hurt. He had a ton of doubters. And I believe that the adversity Tua faced will make him a better man, a better leader, and in the long run, a better quarterback. I would go into battle with Tua. I love Tua. I think all the stuff he's been through, the adversity, makes him better. And so to be clear, the top 2 quarterbacks in the NFL draft, number 1, Joe Burrow. There's a gap. Number 2, Tua Tagovailoa. Then there's a gap. And then there's everybody else. And after those 2 guys, you have Jacob Eason, Jordan Love, and Justin Herbert. What's the order there? None of those 3 guys are ready to be starters in the NFL. Eason, Herbert, or Jordan Love. They all have problems. They all need to sit and develop. And the best of those 3, the number 3 quarterback in the NFL draft, is Jordan Love, the quarterback out of Utah State. It's very possible that in the long run, Jordan Love could become the best quarterback from the 2020 NFL draft. He's scary talented, and if he's not the 3rd quarterback taken in the NFL draft in 2020, it's a massive mistake. He makes throws that simply cannot be replicated. There are throws where you go, how did he do that? His body wasn't even facing, and he threw the ball that way on a line. You're like, that's crazy to me. If Jordan Love is given good coaching and time to develop, he could become scary good. He also has the fewest problems of the other 3 quarterbacks I mentioned. He played with very little help and on a bad roster at Utah State. He got better throughout the course of the year. He got better at throwing the ball with touch. He got better at working to throw to his 3rd and his 4th reads. He became better as a quarterback last year, and I'm really, really impressed with Jordan Love. So then we're left with Justin Herbert and Jacob Eason. Most people have Justin Herbert, the number 3 quarterback. Even some people have him number 1 or 2 in the NFL draft. To me, Jacob Eason is my number 4 quarterback available in the 2020 NFL draft. Jacob Eason has fewer issues and more talent than Justin Herbert. He's got all the physical tools. He needs to work on decision-making, but Jacob Eason's ability to beat man coverage with his arm is really impressive. He's got a lot of great throws on film. And again, decision-making is the question mark, but he doesn't have the physical issues. He's got decision-making problems. Justin Herbert is my number 5 quarterback in the NFL draft, and he's got potential, but he's got a lot of major flaws. Not only does he need to work on decision-making, he also has a lot of physical and mechanical errors that are really problematic. Here are the problems that Justin Herbert has. He's got terrible footwork. He's got a ton of inaccurate throws. He's inconsistent. He's bad at improvising and extending plays. He's slow to read defenses. He's often way too late throwing the ball. He doesn't know how to put touch on the ball to throw it up and over a defender. And he's not accurate enough to beat man coverage. I really wonder, does Justin Herbert love football? People always counter that by saying, well, Justin Herbert came back for his senior year at Oregon. That doesn't mean he loves football. Coming back for your senior year shows that you love college, not that you love football. Not to mention, Justin Herbert is from Eugene, Oregon, which is where the University of Oregon is located. Basically, for his senior year, he chose to stay home rather than go to the NFL. Again, that shows he loves college and loves Eugene and loves being the man at Oregon, not that necessarily he loves football. The question mark about Justin Herbert is, why didn't he show more improvement? He's been the same quarterback for the last 3 years. He's been making the same mistakes for the last 3 years. What's going on? People love all the physical attributes that Justin Herbert has, but people seem to be totally ignoring all the flaws, the inaccurate throws, the bad footwork, the bad timing, everything wrong. So again, my top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL draft are number 1, Joe Burrow, number 2, Tua Tagovailoa. Both are franchise quarterbacks. I love them. Number 3, and the clear number 3 is Jordan Love. He's crazy talented. He's not ready to be an NFL starter, but he could become, in the long run, the best quarterback available and the best quarterback drafted in this draft class. Number 4, you have Jacob Eason. He needs to develop. Mostly it's mental processing and the ability to make better decisions. And then number 5, you have Justin Herbert, he's got a ton of flaws. He's got mechanical flaws. He needs to work on accuracy. He needs to work on decision-making. He needs to work on everything. And so my number 5 quarterback available in the 2020 NFL Draft is, in fact, Justin Herbert. In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.